Hello internets, it's me, and I'm caught up to One Piece.
Leave me alone!
Yeah, I really just wanted to share my thoughts on the series and my journey going in kind of like a review format. And I have a speed drawing going on in the background, so try to guess what that is before the video is done. Don't cheat. Without further ado, let's just hop right into it. This isn't really a section you'd see in most review videos, especially not even mine. But for One Piece specifically, I think it was something that needs to be tackled. Everyone who's talked positively about this is lying to you, okay? 1,000 episodes was a choice. Was it a right one? No. By no means was it a right choice. See, other reviewers, they're a little scared to say what's on their mind. Some might even say they're a little frightened. Not me, baby. See, I'm really gonna get into the meat and potatoes for this, alright? And I will delete any and all negative comments that I see on this video. Alright, it's my channel. I am a dictator, and I have feelings. So, 1,000 episodes, 1,000, and I don't know where they are right now, but I'll tell you the manga is at 1,086 chapters, and that's where I am. I stopped watching the anime at some point, I think at 1,031, and I just continued with the chapters, and I am so thankful that I did. Why are there the same amount of episodes as there are chapters? Google would tell you that it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to read a manga. You know, me specifically, I'm a slow reader, so I'm more on the low end of that. So yeah, about 10 minutes for me. Why are we watching 20 minutes chapters in episodic content? You know, and that's a problem with a lot of anime, so I'm not gonna just attribute that to One Piece, because when things are ported over to anime, they still keep the manga specific content. You know, there's a lot of talking because you can't really show everything that happens in a comic. There's a lot of dialogue even when people are fighting, but you watch an episode of a show and they still show that. I think one of the only anime that's done that right has been Attack on Titan. But One Piece has its own specific issues. I thought to myself, why wouldn't they just do 2 chapters to 1 episode? If they did that, then this would be like 600 episodes, which I think would be perfect for the amount of content that there is. Right, there's a lot of arcs in here, and some of them are so ridiculously long, and some of them have post arcs and pre arcs. Now, I looked into it and I thought I didn't really see an issue when I started the show. In fact, I enjoyed it. If you are going to watch One Piece, I recommend starting from the beginning and actually watching it. Don't read the manga from the beginning. I recommend actually watching it even if it's a long show. And I noticed that what they were doing back then was 2 chapters to 1 episode. And then that changed, that Sky Peak arc. All right, it wasn't 1-to-1 then, but they started to get a little ambitious. There's a lack of better words. And that was 42 episodes to 65 chapters. After that, this slowly started to rise. And then when Dressrosa came out, it was 117 episodes to 101 chapters. Why? And that's how it kind of caught up. And I'm pretty sure that when Wano arc is done, which is the current arc that the anime is on, I'm pretty sure that it would have more episodes, like the Wano arc would end at more episodes than Wano arc ended in chapters. I am pretty sure about that, because Lord have mercy, they've been on that roof for so long now. Luffy is an idiot. By no means is he really that special to me. Luffy is what you are used to in anime shonen protagonists. He's oblivious to a lot of things going on. He has a good sense of who's right and who's wrong. He doesn't really have a good motive for his goal of becoming the king of the pirates. I think he really just wants to be because of someone he looked up to when he was a child. He's not special in that way. As a protagonist, he's someone you've seen plenty of times, but there's some extra flair to him that I don't really get. Maybe that's just the shonen lover in me. I won't lie to you, it impresses me when freaking Midoriya stands up for his friends, or Naruto does his talk no jutsu. Sometimes it be hitting. Sometimes it be hitting me. Sometimes a tear shows up. You know, the songs help too. That's one thing I'll put to One Piece's defense. The music is ass. I mean, it's not that bad. It's pretty decent. It's just not as standout as the other, you know, animes in this class, the other shonens that have been rising like that. But the fact that it doesn't need that, you know, I guess that's a props to One Piece. I still will feel a lot of stuff when Luffy stands up for his friends. He just got some kind of special flair to him, and you will notice if you actually try it yourself. Like, I think just give it like 20 episodes. You continue just because of how Luffy is. He brightens the room. But where it really stands strong on his characters are the side characters, right? There's a freaking story about a dog, bro, in front of a store that made me cry, dog. This guy had like one episode to himself, and I was tearing up, man. And that's like earlier in the show. And there's a lot of good storytelling for the side characters. There's a lot of good origin stories. Every member of the crew, I felt, was necessary. I felt they played their part so well. And as a group, they're so fun to watch. They all have their own characteristics, but they're not one-sided. They have more going on. They have things that even other members of the group don't understand. Some things will happen and people are just confused, and it plays off so well. And the constant is Luffy will wait for his friends no matter what they're going through. He is there for them no matter how they treat him. But in terms of character design, beautiful. Beautiful. I understand a lot of characters look goofy, but the idea of having this wide range of variety in your characters is magnificent. I am so tired of same face syndrome, and that's something that I try to fix in my own works, because having a wide variety of characters is how the real world is. There is a tribe called the Long Leg Tribe, and I think there's the Long Arm Tribe, which has like 2 elbows or something. It's great. It gives this variety, this fantastical element to it, and I just felt like they did a good job with the characters. One part that I feel that I can never talk mighty about is the character laughs. You know, some of them grow on you, some of them make absolutely no sense. Mama. What? Now the last thing I kind of want to touch on is world building. A lot of people, when they speak on One Piece and say that it's so great, they talk about the world building. They say it has one of the best world building. Oda has been thinking about this since the beginning. Look at how we brought this all back. They don't act like there's any holes, which there are some holes, I'll be honest with you. There's a really strong character. He's probably one of the strongest characters in the show. And that character lost his arm to a Sea King, and a small one at that, earlier on in the series. And then there's a power that's really strong and really used in the show that's not really present at the beginning, or you're not really talked about. And that happens in a lot of other shows. And besides like those little occurrences, there is a lot of good world building. You know, part of that is the character design. It takes place in that, you know, the villains. I'm not gonna really spoil any of that. The villains are kind of set there from the beginning, and you can see your characters going and meeting some of these, and they don't just waiting till the end. You know, some of them interact with them early on, and that really helps the idea. You know, there's holes here and there. It's not perfect, don't get that wrong, but they've done a good job with the world building for sure. They did not have the easiest, you know, set piece, right? Like ninjas in Naruto, like you might as well have a slam dunk. You know, everybody loved ninjas before Naruto came out. So when you see ninjas in an anime, that's pretty easy to work with, you know. But pirates? Maybe it's just me. I could give zero shits about pirates. I've never watched any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The most I've known of it was the Kingdom Hearts world, I'll be honest with you. Get annoyed when I see people do the run. But these pirates are my pirates, okay? These pirates are so interesting and so fun. You don't even think about all the pillaging and they did a good job with the world building. I think that's one of the things I can definitely give credit to. I was going to talk about action as well, but I don't want to Watch Wano arc if you want to see action. If you're one of the people who are more newer to anime and you're really into all these action scenes that come out and stuff like Demon Slayer and JJK, you know, wait for Wano arc, because all you're gonna see is Luffy doing the same Gumma Gumma no moves. You're gonna start screaming Gumma Gumma yourself. It's fun, but it's not anything really special. All in all, I would give One Piece, and some people might hate me for this, an 8.5, and literally just because of the pacing. It's such an important thing for me, and that's why I'm erring more on the 8.5 side. I love Hunter x Hunter, and I've always felt Hunter x Hunter was the best anime. I recently rewatched it with my girlfriend, and when I watched the end arc, you could definitely see there was a difference in pacing. You could definitely see there were things that they normally not touch that they were giving whole episodes to, and that's always something that bugs me a lot. And One Piece, people give it the benefit of the doubt a lot. The people don't like to defend those 1,000 episodes to heart because they love the show, and I understand it. It's a great show, but I don't think 1,000 episodes was necessary. Should you watch it? If you have time, it is a great anime. I do feel like it was worth the watch, but I don't think you should watch it all the way through. I feel like when you see the pacing start to degrade, you can jump to the manga and you would have a great time regardless. There are some moments that are way better to see in the anime than to just read in the manga, but if you want to really see that story, then I recommend just reading the manga. Maybe when you get to Wano arc you can watch, but I tell you that is still dreadfully slow. All in all, I really enjoyed the journey, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the art piece over there. It's kind of fun. Hey, I mean, I'm gonna do more stuff like this, so if you didn't enjoy it, I'm sorry. These are kind of videos that I can do by myself. A lot of the guys are more busy, and I don't really like doing reactionary content with just myself. It's just not fun for me. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
Every time I see you leaving traces of my heart back. Hope you pick it up, then as a team we put it all back. As a man I shouldn't even tell you where my heart's at. I don't care cause baby girl it's you just got my heart hacked. And that's a hard fact. You got my heart mad.